Oh yeah.
You just forfeit.
If we beat EG in the first round, then we beat EG, and then the next round comes up, and then we forfeit that. And we beat EG the second time.
We don't risk winning, guys. In all seriousness, okay.
Oh,
I don't know if this is the play.
Yeah, this is the play. He gets the instant static storm on him.
Oh, I guess there's no follow-up from Cole, so yeah.
They couldn't even say
Yeah, because the static storm, like, instantly.
Is this?
Can't rage.
I mean, it's at least a forced buyout, isn't it?
No.
You don't think
Maybe
so?
ulti is gonna run out. They can just.
They don't have Chronosphere, they don't have Disruptor all in one.
Yeah, the exorcism's gonna wear off before they can.
All can click the play. Once the exorcism's out. Or they can kill him.
Or they can wait. Wow. All right.
Nice. He's good. He's good. They killed him before. Not even close.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get the voice. Like, he's not supporting another character. He's supporting really more back. This game's really gonna come down.
You hit like a tank,
Lexi
you can
will
get that last hit.
seal the deal
You hit
when
like a
they
tank.
take the next push. Yeah. FPL has to contest that. It's a really good fight.
Very necessary.
Leader's gonna have her eyes in not too long, and they can kill stuff.
Yeah, but they'll have an agent.
Yeah, that's true. That's the.
So let's say this game lasts another 15 minutes.
Top is missing.
Who would you favor then?
Do you have an axe? Can you cut this
I don't-
tree?
What's the next item for Void after this? 15 minutes from now. He's gonna have
Going
Manta.
Manta, and then maybe he picks up.
He, I don't know. There's no like
One of these.
single
One of these
DPS item
trees.
he can get to actually start things
I mean, when you're asking if the game lasts another 15 minutes, like the lead that Cole has, if it ever gets to even, I think FDL are actually in a really good spot. But
sure, yeah. With a different Void build. No, I don't, even because like
Lion, stand here and
would
contest
have
me.
wanted to do like right now. For all like they're putting all their eggs in that basket. They have to
Don't deny the green slot though. He doesn't get any experience with it. Okay. Good shit.
A cause disturbed.
yeah, this is.
I mean, it is
This game is a lot.
Let's talk about your top tower.
it's not the easiest for Cole to push up high ground, even with raw swords.
Right.
Every
You're
single time.
sieging
it has to
heroes
be.
with the Nyx and the Viper.
They're just waiting for Rages to be safe.
As you say.
My Dark Shaman actually makes a pretty good like 3-4 pickup. And you know you're just not gonna have high ground pushers from your cores.
Yeah.
It's
And-
really helpful.
And Roche DPS, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
We can kill it.
Lightning
Come on, come on,
for killing Roche and all that quick before Deso. It gives them the ability to take it like first 15 minutes if they feel like.
As you require.
FPFL's so far behind that they can't
Yeah.
even pray for the miracle at the Roche.
With the Aegis, you're definitely right.
They'll definitely have to defend this siege. There's a Manta. They might go for it.
Bomb's missing, careful.
Yeah, he's here now.
Because you know complexity you're
No,
gonna
you
be
don't
forced
pump
back,
deck,
but
which is a
I
I don't think it's
think
gonna help.
because then complexity is back up, they defend, and they ult.
Yeah.
Right.
But
well, it's a good maneuver after from FDL. Back.
they needed to be.
I can
They
raid.
needed to be. They needed to send the person back because they're not gonna fight. And they fought themselves. Go for that push. You buy yourself 30 seconds. First blood.
good observation. Becomes
You should go to the team, man.
You really, at the same time, buying yourself that time right now is so high value because of that Aegis. Like if you can, as FDL, if you can somehow avoid giving up material on your side of the map for this round of Aegis, like that's a huge victory.
Oh yeah, I agree. That's why they needed to push us that bottom lane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Complexity are just like, they look at mid, it's pushed in. They look at bottom, it's pushed in. Okay, we're not gonna move. We're literally just gonna fight in.
They need to go
long
set
lane.
up and defend right now because hardcore are not going to do it.
Time for the chronosphere of Visa's life.
Yeah, but your tier 3 tower is dead before your ability is back.
So do him on DT? No extra.
Well, they do get the Viper.
There's 3 here, watch out.
This is not a particularly good trade.
Holy cow. Oh,
That's the word buff. That's the word buff.
I
They
mean,
trade, what, 4 heroes?
yeah,
for
that's
Aegis?
4 heroes for Arax and the Aegis. That's not that bad a
Like,
trade.
still, are you gonna
when
be
you're
okay
far
here? 'Cause
behind.
I'm gonna smoke
No,
wide.
you take that. You take that.
Definitely take that. That gives you a shot at defending the next round.
Exactly.
They're not going to do it without Aegis.
They have pretty good lane phase, but,
That was...
that early burst on the Viper really saved the
Right,
fight.
right.
That fresh Aghanim's. That's what that top push gave them. That top push gave them Aghanim's.
All right.
Oh, I haven't really been able to stop
We're gonna
this
take
Slark.
one
It's
more.
been a good farm.
The Twitch chat robot
Almost
is
6.
having fun yet again. We're gonna take one more look at that
They're
last
trying
fight
against us now. I really want to try to kill this bitch. But we're just, I don't know if my still
The wrong one.
I don't think if I go there, I can help you kill Slark either.
Invisible illusion. Ice flows.
That we will take one more look here, brought to you by the Score Esports at this last push. Then the moment in the fight will come relatively early as they
Just wait, Invoker. I have Ravage.
and are able to burst him down. There's Yumi Aghanim, as you observed. Pure
Yeah, I think we
damage,
should just
no
go
longer
on
used
Disrupt
by
there. I
Viper.
mean, they just use the
Passive.
spells. We should just go on
Like that.
again.
Like the Viper and the Lifesteal are stacked up on each other. They can't really afford to lose their composure like that. I mean, if they were very seriously thinking that FPL is especially with the Dragons. Knowing that they have no way to counter
Really disturbing thing for them.
Radiant fortified their structures.
This is why they lost to Empire. So badly. They had a 14-minute Barrett split Drow strat.
The enemy's middle tower didn't know it.
One position there where Zefreak came down and stood next to the Drow after the Disruptor was brought back. And they ended
Weaver's
up
really
getting 5
like-
heroes on that question and lost the game. This is something, it's a real issue for
You have
Call.
to be mindful.
Of all the teams that would have that issue, just personality-wise, I would think complexity wouldn't be that one, just because I would imagine, like,
Discipline,
Yes.
right?
yeah, like, the Iron Hand of Swindles would be, like, drilling into you, like,
They would say, you cannot stand there.
yeah, don't stand there, you know, like,
This is our position.
yeah.
Your bottom tower is
If I
under
knew, like, a
attack.
team that was, like, more soft-spoken, and then, like,
No, but if you, this is the thing. This is where Charlie's point really is right. When you
You
start to
really
talk
should
about
look at
team
your bottom
chemistry, there's-
tower.
Individually, like all 5 of these guys are very, very bright players. They understand the game very, very well, but there's a collective communication issue, I think, in a lot of these fights.
How,
Double damage.
you know this team better than most outsiders. How's his demeanor? Just,
Probably saw the DD picked up.
You know, I can't even. I've tried to answer that question myself, and
oh, CNC.
As you say.
Wow.
yeah, he's making it. He's taking so many
what I can tell you, Charlie, is that it's definitely not the case.
Uh-oh.
It's not one player panicking. it's not people not being able to pressure. It's just that for whatever reason, they are so good at communicating with each other at most phases of the game, but they just don't talk to each other.
It's because we have 2 towers down
And
now.
that communication just kind of goes away. And it's a fixable, like they
There's
know.
really
But
no
then
point
it's a
in
fixable
it.
problem.
Gone.
It's a
You
problem
did the right thing.
that I think they have every capacity of addressing, but for whatever reason, this hasn't been fixed yet.
Yes, he did. Tried to jump off and
He's
pop
found.
out.
They know he's there.
Oh,
I mean, do you have
And he's
to
got the
jump off that?
boulder to prop the winches.
Oh,
God.
Oh God.
Yo! Dude, no way. He burned his mana so he could too.
Activated.
Oh wow. FDL.
Lincoln's diffuseful void, guys. It's the build. Oh lord.
Wow.
I like
That's
that
just
pick up a
that
lot.
Selina's doing work.
My flows.
Yeah, MJW has played really well this game.
He's another player that a lot of people think is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Like back.
Well-gotten gains.
He also has a stake in this match because I think Wager told me that
I'm
Wimble
dead.
used to live down in Minnesota. Like he were like kind of didn't really believe in him, so MJW has like a personal stake in the game. Yeah.
Oh, was it MJW one of the tryouts for complexity?
He was playing with way too back then.
Yeah.
If you remember.
This is
Alright, dude.
this TI. No, this is before Friendship Majors.
Oh my god, into my neck.
Yeah, this is
Good hell.
Oh, really? I thought
No,
it was
this is
during that
before.
whole.
Was it?
I
right
thought you were
before
talking about.
TI,
Yeah.
They were exchanging players. They didn't have a stable roster. They went through like 15 offense. I imagine MJW had to be one of them.
Yeah, it was.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Living in a full house.
Dude,
I
Chef
think it
Josh.
depends on who you are.
No, come on. Chef Josh is
he really
Yeah,
is.
dude. They've got Chef Josh. They've got
Oh my god. It's like, I actually can't.
good. Yeah, guys.
Don't
See
take
it
the
in
middle
any
tower,
natural
Paul.
ways to entertain themselves.
Oh, shut up.
They've got that. They've got a pool.
Organic entertainment.
Yeah, or organic entertainment. That's a good one.
Homegrown.
No, homegrown entertainment. You know, yeah, it just sounds.
And then
I
this,
talked to like Lou. He was like, oh yeah, I need another watch. I lost my watch because, you know, after we were done playing Dota, they got into a certain
Okay,
state
okay,
of
guys,
mind
okay,
and went
guys.
out and
let's talk
you know
about the
decided
game.
to go into the pool.
Fiend's grip down.
You know, he left his watch or his cell phone in his pocket. I was just like, shut up, I hate you. That's your life?
Let's talk about the game because as we just saw, the contingency that we talked about a few minutes ago that we thought was extraordinarily unlikely has occurred, and that this game is dead even now in net worth. I mean, FDL has a very attainable well, and it's not even in XP.
Pole's downfall is that they have literally zero way to deal with the chrono. So if they make those positioning mistakes, or they don't have any items to actually like deal with mitigating the damage somehow, they're actually going to do so much damage in that initial burst that they might not be able to recover. And it's coming to a point where DP is coming alive, like I mentioned earlier. DP is quite good versus lifesteal early game. Same with Doom, doesn't matter. And it's gonna do quite fine versus Viper as well. And since he's got his high level exorcism now, he's gonna be doing his like peak damage. So he's kind of like really caught up this game somehow.
You think, like, cause the Lincoln is
Yeah.
like it's working out now.
I
just
get everything else
for
is
the
like
complexity. That also slows down your hero so much. Shouldn't complexity have been able to push high ground so much sooner? Like they didn't take, they didn't use the shadow. They waited until Desolator and Lifestealer before they took the first road. They should have been able to shadow shaman.
My flows.
Oh. Yeah, I think FTL may just have to get it up.
Complexity, when they got the last Roshan, it was over.
I wouldn't say it's completely done just yet, but it is.
Nice. It's done. Beautiful.
Oh, the sword! Take that sword.
There's a word mid.
Viper.
Yeah, and then that life stealer just hangs back, Viper just hits the racks, zero risk really.
Your middle
Yeah,
tower
I
is
mean,
under
Lifesteal already has
attack.
the build-up ability to fast, right? Like, he doesn't necessarily need the agents to survive.
They don't really need life stealer. It's like they have wards and Viper at a distance. Just unnecessary risk.
Your
Kind of
top tower is under attack.
I mean, you were asking Charlie about Complexity's communication. This is when I've talked to them and when I've watched them play, it's all of the individual players. It's not poor individual decision making, but you have to be on the same page. Even if each of your individual players is making the right decisions, you got to be making the same good decisions as a team.
As you say.
Okay, so they are going to be able to get at least something out of this.
Do they have detection for the little tower?
Spirit moves me. Yes.
And it looks like I might have spoken too soon.
Oh,
Oh,
They have a word here. They roll.
okay.
That I think that's fighting he like panic instead of like there's no
There's
reason
3 of them now, Joe.
to throw out your ult like that.
Well, DP does have buyback, but the unfortunate
No pro, no.
And Exorcism is down, right?
Okay.
Alright, Complexity turned the game around.
This is really similar to what happened last time when they felt like they had momentum, they went top, and then they got wiped by Cole. Yeah, Cole went straight back.
Shot guys.
Cole got wiped.
Your bottom
It's like
tower is under attack.
Excuse me, which Legion's qualifiers are you watching right now?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh jeez, it's a
Your
killing
bottom
spree!
tower is under attack.
I can't actually defend bottom. They'll just kill me.
Technically, it's not.
Fire have fortified their
We
structures.
just talked about it. We're seeing the exact.
You really should look
Someone
at your
else has
bottom
a TP
tower.
advantage.
Like they had the momentum again, and they just march out mid.
And they're coming back.
Literally, like, back
Yeah, I know.
before, what are we,
Yeah,
at
they did
966
talk.
now?
It's like the momentum game.
Or anti-momentum, as the case may be. Alright.
You don't have buyback on Viper.
Easy to use.
Doom CD anyway. Like 40
Hey, yeah. Alright.
Your middle tower is under attack.
That's correct, guys.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah, he's stuck. That's it.
I only said this was going to be the close one.
Well, it was close.
That's what we wanted to see as well. We wanted to see a competitive between them teams.
I think this is the.
Oh, the double bounty?
the show you
Super close now.
Yeah. Not gonna
Maybe-
lie, I'm pretty mad right
As you say.
So I sat in on the complex. I like my input would be that I feel like this team is still like inexperienced when it comes to their. But that's why high ground is is such a big problem is that like that's like the part of the game that you're
Don't
getting
let your middle tower fall.
probably the least amount of time. Like the super late game is obviously that's the least, right?
But
But
what
like,
what
when it comes to
matters
high
to
ground
though,
pushing, it's like you only get it once.
yeah, maybe, but when they talk about it, I think they have the right.
Oh,
I think
dude,
they
just
have
click on
they
him.
diagnosed the right set of things to fix, and they even have a good
Oh
idea
my
of how to
God.
fix them. But progress is not being made. You're seeing the same mistakes happen game after game after game. It's the same types of positioning errors occurring at the same points of the game, at the same points of the map, over and over and over again. That's just got to be hugely frustrating.
Yeah. Part of
Your middle
I'm coming top
tower
5 blink. Let's fight.
building good habits, and
Yeah.
to build a good habit, you have to work on it and make sure that it becomes something that you are doing automatically.
Let's talk about it. Looks like Dire fortified their structures. Their top tower is under attack. This is not cool.
Slide is up here.
Charlie, you don't need to make a big deal out of it. Come on, dude.
And it's something that you have to really sit down and really focus
Yeah.
on over, a boot camp or a course of really intense practice. And these teams, especially both, have to do this over and over. There's not a lot of after the back from one, you kind of prep. There's not a lot of
Shoot your A blast.
Yeah, I think that's really right. That's what I talked about as well. Like, if you look at last year and the time the TI qualifiers and TI5 itself, they
The enemy's top tower
It
had
weren't traveling to events. It was just
There's a ward over
in
here
the practice
somewhere.
room doing that grind, and because
I was getting hit.
of the travel schedule, they hadn't had enough time to do that, and that's a big thing because the other side of what you were saying, Fluff, is that
They're just pushing
You
us.
really should look at
bad
your bottom
habits are
tower.
reinforced as well. And it's very easy to fall into this trap where you've had something that's been a problem for you over a long enough period
Your
of time.
middle tower
Something
is
goes
under
against you, and
attack.
the mentality is okay.
Why is this
And I think
happening?
that's very much the rut that we're in right now. It's that
Yeah, I think that's
big adrenaline pushes in. It's here we go, these guys. You know, they're not necessarily saying that, but you have to be thinking it.
I do want to give a lot of credit to FPL though.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that's a huge just to be able to come back in a game where your mid player is having that tough.
This is the interesting Midas pickups that ended up really working out in the end.
Oh, yeah.
His farm caught up and huge props to him getting up.
That we know is a huge difference maker after that.
Yeah, he output so much damage in fights. Took out the right heroes. Started fights
I was so skeptical of that, right? When we were looking at that awesome Lena pickup, and at one point in the game I was like, well, Lena's not a core, but you look up and you search it out. But he manufactured a lot out
There's
of a
still
little.
so much synergy between FPL's core heroes with Fury and for the disruptor. It's really easy.
Well, as you saw there, so just to reset the groups, we are going to see FPL join the and I want to remind you guys here, one of our partners, please do check out the Score in the Sports Bar. You go to Scores, that's the you can find it on the iOS App Store or Google Play. And this is a shout out that personally I enjoy because these guys are employed, some people that are now friends of mine who do writing and produce a lot of crazy content. Downloading that app on the phone right now. Yeah, see, we sell out right. All right, guys.
To also check out
Don't let your middle tower fall.
And check out Snaking Definitely. No, or don't, please don't. With that anti-sellout said, we're going to take a quick break here, and we will come back for the next round of NA Data Games.
Top tower has fallen. Is this going to be a power? Don't let your
I
middle
don't know.
tower fall.
It's difficult. Just get kited so hard.
under attack. Stop them! You really should look at your bottom tower.
Welcome to TwitchCon 2015!
You should have fought. Fought.
And you are not.
You could have killed someone. Just raid and attack and lifesteal. We could have killed Tinker.
We just got our TwitchCon hat signed and we're just what?
I met my favorite streamer today and we chatted for a few minutes. It was just super fun.
There's nothing else like it.
And it's
See you
lifesteal.
next year.
As you will. A cause disturbed. Yes.
You just give up? Like we had a gem on him. There was a gem on him, but I mean we could have just killed that Slark right there.
It's a hard game.
That should have. We're just not fighting at all. This whole meta is not farming, it's fighting everything. I don't understand why they farm.
Let's talk about your top tower. Those structures are fortified.
Of course.
Your top tower is under attack.
As you require. Blessed eyes.
Let's fight this asshole mid.
I mean, Slark is anywhere else, you're gonna just tell him. It's like, yeah.
No, just launch an ult. We can kill him if he shows again.
Ice flows.
Let's talk about your top tower.
Cause disturbed.
Wow, good shit. It's fun.
Alright, let's smoke and go mid now. Come here, come here. Invoker, let's go.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh shit.
Your bottom tower just fell. Maybe you shouldn't look.
Gold for me. Ancient onslaught.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
As you say. Of course.
Alright, I think we're a little bit stronger. We should definitely start pressuring. Everyone's super calling, the Invoker's got a blink. So we should just start going for aggressive kills all the time. And push out lanes. Like everyone just split up, push out lanes.
I mean, by everyone, you mean you and Lifestealer can split up, and Invoker.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 people.
I just want to stay close to Bam. He's gonna constantly try to get trades on the towers.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Middle tower is down. You just let them. Don't let your middle tower fall.
Alright, these guys are going for a place.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, what the
Middle
fuck?
tower has fallen.
How did my TP cancel?
The enemy's top tower just shattered.
I shift viewed it, and it literally just casted it where I was.
Your middle barracks have fallen.
There's really nothing we can do against these guys. We have no mobility, pick fucking Lifestealer. We can't kill shit with it.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
There's just not the pick. We can't pressure with these heroes. We suck at pushing towers.
We just had to defend that. Like, there's confidence still. These are ratted.
I know, it's just that we can't fight them. They just run away. We have no way of catching. I'm the only catch is a tide, and my cooldown's super fat.
You have a blink one.
I'm like max mobility and I still can't even get close to anyone.
Yeah, we just have to take the fights, not the trades.
Some poopy drafting. Why don't you guys listen when I say pick Drow? We could have been finished with the game at like 25 minutes.
Invisibility.
I mean, we just need to keep vibing and forcing them to do things. We're so tired.
Lion, for the love of God.
Your top tower is under attack.
Everyone's scared.
Let's talk about your top tower. Your top tower is fallen.
What? I mean, just break his linkage with like Mandarin and then Hex. How we do it?
back to Beyond the Summit's coverage of the TI6 regional qualifiers. I'm joined once again on the panel by Fluff and Capitalist, and we've replaced one NA Mega Flamer with another. Welcome to Grand Grand. It's always good to share a panel with you. We're going to go right into our next set of games. We're here in the draft with Digital Chaos against Vulture Gaming. That Elder Titan Open, which has been so big across all of the regions that we've seen so far, once again being played by Digital Chaos.
Yeah, and Elder Titan, they first picked it in the game I was casting. Who was it against?
You should put a Tinker Ward up.
Yeah, it was Drinking Boys, and Soxa had a level 3 at 1.5 minutes in on the Elder Titan. He got a solo
There's a spot
kill
on the
and
cliff.
killed the double stack for that.
I mean, we already have 2 wards here, so we may not need it.
He had quite a bit of a...
There's the spot right here. And you can also do it up top.
Yes.
I think we should sub it right through.
Yes.
So before this qualifier was announced, did you know about the team Vulture Gaming?
Sure didn't.
Wait,
I knew about
do you
Drinking
know-
Boys.
Do you know about
You didn't know about Vulture
Yeah,
Gaming?
North
Ooh, Lion,
America.
get him.
Wow.
Get him.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
Did you know about any
Oh
other-
man.
Yes.
outside of TBS?
Yes. I knew about Algodon Chan because he played on Isuru for a while.
That
He was in
word,
Canada
though.
season 5.
You planted trees.
But the other ones, no. Zero.
Yeah. And that is not like me testing Grant in any way. That is
I am actually
showing just how
I am actually floored by this. In all seriousness, like Grant and I flame each other, but you literally, I've not encountered a player from these regions that you're not familiar with. Okay.
and that says a lot about Vulture Gaming.
It says more about
Wow.
NA's going for. Maybe after what happened here, 7 teams instead of 10, maybe some teams will stick together.
Incoming Slark.
We just saw FPL, the one actually homegrown team that stuck together to keep complexity, so yeah, maybe there'll be a glory for all of North America.
Digital Chaos, though, continues to be what they're just like what
Uh-oh. BKB.
these are the kind of games that you have to show up for. These teams that you're not used to, that you have to really
Whoa, killing spree.
Digital Chaos looks to me like a kind of out
When it comes to, I would very heavily lay down. They know nothing about these things. Digital Chaos, because I know for a fact they don't
Trapped.
like they scrim European teams. Wehan literally told me
let's
he
talk
was like,
about your test.
you develop bad habits.
Dire Snow fortified their structures.
Tier 1. You know, so you get bad habits, you start getting away with your shouldn't, and that
No.
Courier got killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
No.
exactly.
No.
Your vital thread is broken.
you can do things and still beat some of these more.
I mean, we almost saved that team fight.
You do
Sorry,
against
that
higher
was the
triggers.
best.
And it reinforces bad habits.
So does Cole not scrim DC then?
Apparently they haven't.
In EG, like those 3 just don't scrim each other because they know it's like only between them.
Well, I mean,
I don't know about EG, but I know they don't.
Fuck.
I mean before. But maybe after this qualifier, maybe FPL will let you.
This is just
They
an
look like a good
example
team.
of this is one team that, I mean, this is something that you see so often. You have some of these teams, they just look like they're like a month behind in terms of the meta. I mean, this is a draft out of Vulture Gaming that this was good 6 weeks ago.
Wait, are you calling them a tier 2 team?
All right.
Well,
I'm saying like if you think about
like that, calling them a tier 2 team.
yeah,
Well,
'cause,
it's
I
a
mean,
buyback now.
obviously EG, DC, and Cole, we'd say the tier 1s. But then when you say, I mean, I wouldn't say Vulture is even on the scale of
Okay,
Shazam
dude,
and FDL.
But
like
when you
can't, I don't
no, when you look at the NA qualifier, when
Oh,
you look at
Jesus
NA
Christ,
right
there's 4 of
now,
them.
It's arguably there's one tier two team, and that's FDL.
And I would still
And
say
then there's-
Shazam is probably tier 2, even though
Well,
they got
I'm
best of
counting
one.
teams that are in
And-
that actually in the
okay.
qualifier. Yeah, no. Shazam is definitely tier. Like the Shazam might even be tier 1.8. But the point is that the rest is quite enough.
It's over. It's just a really bad matchup. Lifesteal kind of sucks against these healers. They're just all super mobile, and there's no way for this guy to initiate on them.
Definitely wants to.
I think you just buy a blink dagger, Lifesteal.
Yeah, Valve is going to stick by their guns, and you can't.
Drop that clean blade
honestly,
flag,
I know
blink
Reddit's
dagger,
gonna
and kill one of
complain
these guys.
about it, but you can't like get mad at something
Even if the rules go. You can't get mad at it. I mean, it's been...
Cast spells, Invoker! Cast spells!
I'm not going to give off too much crap.
We give them crap.
It's like, I see you can do Sunstrike. Man, use the other ones.
Top barracks is
17
full.
in a best of one.
Corey, watch out!
We'll have to play.
They might already be guaranteed to not.
Which is no, you're not triggering me. It's just the observation.
You really should look at your bottom tower.
What happened to his Invoker? What, you played with him for a bit. Wasn't his
The
Invoker?
middle tower is under attack.
Was he in Root? Was he in before?
He was in before me.
Oh, okay. I remember he was like the Invoker player, and now they're picking him Bat Rider 2 games in a row. Not this game, but
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, I heard this.
You're just like,
I believe
no,
I've seen the same.
But I
thing.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I have no idea about the rest of them.
They're Algonaut. He's good. Don't know about the rest. They had a roaming Ricky who had 121 gold per minute. I think that's lower than if he didn't die. That's the one. It was.
Oh, that's definitely yeah.
What is?
I think 130 is like the best.
Yeah, he was. I honestly think killing a range creep was more experience in gold than killing him at one point.
That's like the most savage stat I think I've ever heard. That's pretty good. I'm legitimately impressed right now.
Yo,
I'm
Link's
so
done
glad
smart.
I asked about that 130 minute thing. I can bring that in.
Whoa, there.
Actually, double check.
They think 11 to 15 towers. You know, I mean, I assume these could be pretty one-sided. I do not see. Is there even 11 towers?
Scrims have to wait for them.
There's exactly there are 11 towers on one side. Yes.
Okay. I'm just looking. To be fair,
and that's total number of towers.
When like when I'm doing
Yeah.
this, I am giving it half.
Flying.
I don't like.
What's the
trying
actual
to,
fuck?
Like do the camera. I'm not gonna spend my time.
Shows up like, new leader of the
Double kill.
Brian said you cannot turn it off.
Oh, lifesteal blows. Oh my god.
Middle tower fall.
Oh.
Killing spree, whoa!
Flying. How many stuns are you gonna miss?
This is like the exact thing.
Who was that?
How many this game? How many this game was
the
it
same
in?
exact thing where it was
Is
like,
that like your
you don't have
12?
anything to deal with
Just hit the stun. You could just click on the hero. You don't have to like aim the stun or anything.
Middle tower is under attack. I don't think you want that to happen.
They had Slark, they had Morphling, they had Animage, like there's so many heroes.
Bottom tower is gone through.
Alright, well if you never hit it, then it doesn't matter. It's not new for me, I realize, but you never even land them. You need to just hit the hero, especially when he's right next to you. It's not like he was out of range. Trying to make like a big play, but you don't make any play.
The enemy now has mega creeps.
The presence of the Elder Titans.
I mean, how many stuns did you do? What were we supposed to do this game? We got absolutely
Your
wrecked.
middle tower is gone. I tried to warn you.
Interesting though, in Complexity's games, he has been...
I mean, it's been all game. There's so many kills we could have had. You just blank missed your stun. Appreciate the consistency.
5 deaths.
Oh my god! Four in a row! He's now dominating! He's dominating! No, hold on! He's on stop triple kill!
Yeah, he was in an unfavorable laning matchup.
Radiant
My 16 assists!
I mean, I guess so. I'm the only reason we had kills along with the AA.
Like a smoke gang from the Enchantress.
You guys just picked like retards.
Yeah, they've got
Real soon.
they've got to
The
make space
lifestealer
for-
pick. I can't believe they convinced you to pick that shit. Against their lineup, against a Weaver and a Tinker? I mean, that's a serious joke.
I am upset, but I'm glad they got the kill still.
Why are you upset?
He missed. He whipped the Centaur stun when he could have hit it. Yeah, it was.
Come on.
You gotta hit that. I mean, you're playing against probably the first to say best team here. You gotta. Any mistake is a big mistake versus a team that's probably a little above you.
I'm not going to disagree with that. I think it was still, he had the creep position long enough that even when he missed the stun, he looked that right and he would have back directed. I think, no, I think that's but it's an interesting balance. And you guys could probably talk about the psychology of that. Where you know that you're an underdog. You come in facing a team that you know is much more talented than you, and you have to strike a balance between you know you need to play almost perfectly, but you don't want to put all that extra pressure.
I think you just try to relax and see how well you fare versus in general. I mean, when we're talking about like you cheese EV if you're like FPL or something, you definitely don't, because you could have a surge of like confidence even if maybe you don't win but you do pretty well. You're like, hey, we can actually go toe to toe with EV instead of like failing miserably with the cheese.
Like I very nearly, by the way, like after you said that, I very nearly went and like bet rares on FPL. Just because I think it's telling to hear somebody that knows the teams say that, look, you know, this team is good enough that this team has enough potential that they should at least try to play straight up against some of the best teams.
I gotta say, from this juggernaut, you can tell is right-clicking on the hero while he's spinning instead of going in front of him. You can tell how like he right-clicks and he stops like before he hits him, and I think it lost him the kill right there. He's done it multiple times.
That's such a weird thing too, because it's something that I don't know, something that most high-level pub players, you know, that weird interaction that it still registers the right clicks, but if you are doing Blade Fury damage to a target, your right clicks damage.
FDL, and I think especially in best of ones, people say it's better to cheese in best of ones, but I don't feel that way. If you just play straight up and have a great game, you have a better chance of winning than picking an Ursa and level 1 roaching, honestly. It's just a mentality thing. It's not like a different game, like an RTS game where like, oh, you can do this crazy stuff like build inside your base. Like you still have to kill 6 towers to even get inside their base, and like say a game like StarCraft, cheesing is completely viable.
No,
this game, I don't think.
And that's right. I mean, it's just because because of the comeback mechanics. That to me is one of the upsides of the comeback mechanics that I've at times been pretty critical of. That you can have a Huskar and a snowballing lineup, and you lose one fight when you're that far ahead. You give away so much gold that all of a sudden the other team can be back in it. You know, the equivalent of the 6 pool in Dota is a lot riskier.
Are you surprised by Moo not jungling? He's just been bottom the whole game. Didn't jungle at all.
I'm not, because like with boots against the bench, like what you're gonna do is zone you. All you can do is stun, and even at that, the Jug has to have boots to keep up with you if he wants to get the blade tree off.
It's only until base boots is up on Jug that it becomes a threat.
Maybe your team's making stacks for you until then, so you don't really know.
Or maybe you have Tranquils and extra movement speed items.
You have Tranquils and Windlace on the Batrider. That makes such a big difference.
Especially when you got Soxa backing you up.
Oh, here we go. Here's the smoker timeout. Only an Ursa, though. I mean, you still set it up with the stun, but... Uh-oh. Chun God. He is dead. Chun God? Chun God? Anyone know? Chun-Li, maybe? Chun-Li?
I'd say Chun.
Oh, boy. Well, look at those prediction updates pop up.
Yep, thank goodness. Voltor Gaming just passed Voltor Gaming to take the lead in that prediction. Excellent. They did get the smoke gank though with the Ursa, but they didn't get the Timber Spell. They got the Elder Titan instead. It's still fine. I mean, that kill's a kill, but already having a better game than they've had before. I mean, they're laning it, doing decent, but Moo is almost level 6. It's at 6 minutes in. He's just been in lane.
No, but I think that's the crucial difference is that you're getting something done out of what you don't need necessarily everything to just go optimally. You just need to have a decent early game, be in the game,